If you've ever had a frayed or broken cable, you know what a pain it is. But I'm going to show you how you can take either one, put a new end on it, put it right back into service, and keep going. Keep watching, it's easier than you think. So here's my broken cable end. This is a Z-bend or S-bend, very typical lawnmower cable. And it has snapped right off, just snapped the cable. So what I've done is I actually cut out about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of bad cable. And so I got nice, clean, fresh cable. So I've taken my end right here and I've actually cleaned it very well. I've separated the cable just a little bit and I've taken some carburetor cleaner, which is acetone, or you could take brake cleaner, you could take alcohol, something, and you really need to clean it because it's had grease and stuff on it, and you need to make sure it's cleaned good. And so once it's degreased, you can go on to the next step, and that is to actually take a file or something or a piece of sandpaper and just kind of rough it up. So you're going to go through it and just roughen it up just a little bit, just so we make sure we have the solder is going to stick really well. And then I took a pair of needle nose and I bent it to roughly the same shape. It needs to fit within the same dimensions of my cable end. So I've measured it up. I know exactly where I need this flat to pull on. And so I have that. I have a little extra back here, but that doesn't really matter. And now I need to actually drill. I need to make my mold. And so what we're going to do, this is just a standard 2x4. I know it's wood and it's going to burn. You're going to see. But I'm pretty much just going to, the same, this is in there. I'm just going to do the same for here. So I'm going to take my drill bit. It's the same size as this. I'm going to start off by drilling in a preset depth. And kind of mark that. I've kind of marked my hole. There we go. And I'll go down from the top where my center line is. Now I got those two holes joined, so I have this section of my joint. Now I need this, and this is just going to be an open trough, this top one. This one actually isn't that crucial. There we go. Now we have the open trough. Now I need something for my cable to lay in to be in the center. So if this was sitting down in there, I need a path for my cable to lay in. So I'm just going to take a saw and just give me a line. Okay. That's it. Just rough. You can sand this afterwards. This is really soft. This is just lead and tin. So now we need to actually fill. We're using I'm using a rosin core electrical solder, which is a 60-40 tin lead, and I'm using a paste flux. You have to use the paste flux. You can't just rely on the solder. You need the paste flux to help flow down in that huge cavity. So now I'm going to jam a bunch of paste flux down in that cavity. So now I'm going to actually pre-tin my cable. So I got paste flux all down in there. So pre-tinning is just making a little bit of solder stick, essentially. So we're going to take, I'm going to use a, you need at least a blowtorch or like a small butane torch. Either one of these would work. I like the propane torch, it's just quick. So we're going to hit this. I'm going to try to do both of these at the same time. This is dirty, but whatever. We got it pre-tinned. Now, the fun part, we need to jam this down into our hole, which should slide right down in. You can bend it up just a little bit different, however you need to. Have more of an upward slant to it. There we go. So we are in. Let's push it down in my groove to hold it. I'm going to take a couple pieces of my solder. While they're still hard, I'm going to jam them down in there a little bit. See if we can get one back up in here. There we go. Not super critical, it'll all flow. Okay, and now the thing is you're gonna say, why are we burning this? But we're gonna burn it. That's part of the step. So we're gonna get plenty of solder and we're gonna feed in and we're just gonna melt it all over the place. So I just took some dikes and cut the wood around and just cut that other one out, but I thought I'd show you how to do a typical just barrel style. So what I did is I just drilled a hole straight down into the piece of wood, and then I took a teeny drill bit and I drilled a little teeny hole right in the end for the cable. I cleaned my cable, put a little bit of a bend on it, I pre-tinned it, and I will just insert it in this side hole and flow it down there after I again pack it with paste flux. You just take your dikes or whatever and you just break the wood around it. Yeah, could have done a little better job on that, but it's a barrel. Then I'll just take this, put it in the vise, and see how strong it is. That's a lot of force. See if we can break that off. Nope, slid out. Thought it broke. Slid out again. Slid out again. Nope. Nope. Nope, slid out again. I probably got easily 150 pounds of force on it right there, and it's not coming off. There we go, a little sanding, and not perfect, but close enough, and it'll slide right in there and hold on just like it should. Just slide it in there. It's a little snug. Just getting around that little elbow. There it goes. And we'll just put this all back together how it should be. Put the other end on. Let's try this out. So I'll put a link below to all the stuff I used. Probably wouldn't trust this on a like a brake cable on a motorcycle, ATV, something that went high speed. Not that I think it would fail, just because. But for throttle cables, lawnmowers, everything else, I've always had great success with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to slam that thumbs up button. See you guys soon. Bye. Jump. Jump. Jump it. Yeah, good job. Jump it again. Jump it. Jump it. Jump.